On page 85 is where we're at.
85. Okay.
85, yep. Right here. Let me see if I can lighten it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're talking about imposter, ly adverb. Do you know what that word imposter means? Have you ever heard that word before? Okay, you've heard the word before, but you don't know what it means, right? Okay. Imposter means when somebody's trying to be somebody else, like they maybe put on a mask and they put a wig on and they look like somebody else, but they're not really that person. So that's what an imposter is. But in this grammar book, we're talking about words. So it says an imposter ly adverb is a word that looks like an ly adverb because it ends in ly, but is actually an adjective. So if you look at the bottom of this page, way down here, you'll see a list of words. They all have ly: chilly, friendly, ghastly, ghostly. So let's look at chili first, okay? And that's not the kind of chili that you eat with beans and meat, not that kind of chili. But like today, yes, it's chilly outside today. So it's a perfect word for today. But notice it has an ly, but it is not an adverb. So you can't use this as an ly adverb because it's actually an adjective because it's describing the weather, right? If it's describing something, that means it's an adjective. So same with friendly, ghastly, ghostly, holy, kingly, nightly, lonely, lovely, lowly, orderly, prickly, queenly, ugly, worldly, wrinkly. So all of these words are not ly adverbs, they're adjectives, okay? So when you're doing your homework in here, you got to watch out for that. So back up here, it says market. Oops, hold on. I got to read this part. If the ly word modifies a verb, adjective, or adverb, it will tell when, where, why, how, and to what extent. And that means it is an adverb. And when it says to what extent, okay, here comes Sophia. Let me let her in real quick. That just means like how much, to what extent, like extremely windy outside or something like that. If it's extremely windy, that's telling to what extent. Hi, Sophia. We're on page 85 in your grammar book, okay? And I did record this. You just missed a few minutes. So if you want to go back and watch it later, you can. But we just barely got started here. So there you go. You look ready. We're talking about on page 85, we're talking about the imposter ly adverb. And we just talked about how an imposter is somebody who looks like somebody else, like they put a mask and a wig on to try to pretend like they're somebody else that they're not. That's what an imposter is. But in grammar, there's words that look like they could be adverbs, but they're really adjectives. So if you look down here at the bottom, that's what we were just talking about on this page. So like the word chilly, ly, chilly, today's a perfect day. That's right. Lizbeth did a little hand motion here. Chilly, it's chilly outside. It's cold, right? And it has an ly, but it's not an adverb. It's an adjective. Did you want to say something, Sophia? Okay. Okay, so we got to watch out for those words. So if it answers these questions, when, where, why, how, and to what extent, that means it's an adverb. So write ly above each ly adverb. The soldier thoughtfully shared his meal. Thoughtfully shared is an adverb because shared is a verb. It's an action. To share something is an action, right? And so thoughtfully shared tells how he shared. And if you can answer that question, how, that means it's usually an adverb, thoughtfully shared. If the ly word describes a noun or pronoun, it will tell which one or what kind it is an adjective. So write ADJ above each adjective. The friendly soldier shared his meal. So friendly is telling what kind of soldier, right? The friendly soldier, not the scary soldier, not the tall soldier, not the mean soldier. It's the friendly soldier, right? That's the type of soldier. So that means it's an adjective. Do you girls have any questions about this page? No, you can just shake your head no if you don't have any questions then. Okay. All right, turn the page to page 87. Does anybody want to read the sentences today? Okay, Elizabeth, go for it.
The king was very
Weary.
weary because his daughter and told her that she must immediately return the stolen treasures.
Good. That word is weary. We don't use it very often in English, but it does mean really tired or like no energy. Like if you just want to lay down and take a nap, that means weary. You're weary. Okay. So that's the vocabulary word. Go ahead and put a check up here. And then you know what to do next to articles. Let's write them in up here first. And then I'm going to have Sophia. Do you see the two articles in the sentences? The is one. What's the other one? Did you say it? The again? Okay, good. I think Lizbeth, your microphone is picking up the sounds in your house. So it's okay for now, but if it gets loud, I'll tell you and you can mute it, okay? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Lizbeth, what about the nouns? Do you know where the nouns are?
King.
Good. Daughter, good.
Treasures.
Yes, good job. Okay, now Sophia's turn again. What about pronouns? Where are the pronouns at?
He.
Good, yes. He is one.
Her.
Good. One more.
She.
Good, yes, very good. Okay, now we're talking about adjectives. So you're going to look at the nouns, Lizbeth, and look for a word that describes the noun.
Weary.
Good, yes, that's telling about the king. Yes. What else?
Stolen.
Yes. I'll give you a clue on the last one. Look at daughter, and can you tell whose daughter?
His.
Yes. So sometimes the word his is actually an adjective. It sounds like it could be a pronoun, but it's telling whose daughter. So that means it's an adjective. Are you writing this stuff down, Sophia? Okay, good. I see you. And then, Sophia, what about the ly adverb? Do you see a word that has ly?
I do, but I don't know what word it is.
Is it this one, this big one right here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the word is immediately.
Immediately.
Immediately, like right now, immediately,
Immediately.
right now. That was it. Good job. It does have an ly, and that is an adjective. Good job. I mean, it's not an adjective, it's an adverb. That's what I meant. And then since that was so short, how about Sophia, can you find the coordinating conjunction? You remember what that word is? Remember fanboys?
We're gonna say that.
You're going to say that? So each letter in fanboys stands for something. Do you remember what they stand for?
Well, maybe but.
Yeah, but is one of the words, but that's not in this sentence. Do you see one that's in this sentence? So it should be like either for, and, nor, but, so, or yet so, I think are those are the words for fanboys. Did you see one?
Was.
No. This one. And. Did you know that, Elizabeth? You saw it? Okay, good. How about, Elizabeth, where is the that clause?
That she must immediately return the stolen treasures.
Yes, good girl. And I'm just going to write that above it there. Good job. And now how about, Sophia, what about the action words, the words that are verbs? Do you see any verbs in here? Action words.
Called.
Good. That's one. There's more.
Return.
Good. Where is it? Oh, down here. Yeah, you're looking at words that don't have a label yet, right? You see more?
Must.
Yes. There's still more.
Told.
Yes. One more.
Was.
Yay, good. And was is a helping verb. So the king was weary is a helping verb. Good. Very nice. Okay. Now we just have the last two things. Capital. What should we capitalize, Lisbeth? Up, you're muted.
The
Good. And what else?
and he.
Good. The first words in the sentences, right? The and he. And then Sophia, what should we put at the end?
Period.
Yes, good girls. You both did it. Okay, you can write it down now. I can hear your birds, Sophia. Are those your chickies or do you have other?
My chickies.
You'll have to show us at the end of class again so we can see.
I will. We'll get one more show off.
Okay. Good job, Lizbeth.
Done.
Okay, good, Sophia. Okay, so your homework this week was to write the paragraph. And I have to tell you, I'm sorry, I forgot to put your homework on Google Classroom. Did you notice that? And I don't know, I posted it late today. So did you girls write your paragraph already for King Midas? No, not yet. You didn't write yours either, Sophia? Okay, that's okay. I posted it pretty late. So what I thought was we could work on it in class together. How about that? That way we can get it done. Do you understand, Sophia? Okay. So do you have this from last week, the story sequence chart? Go ahead and get that out for me. Okay. And then I also want you to get out a clean piece of lined paper, okay, a new one. So get out a new piece too. So you need your story sequence chart and a new piece of paper. Okay, good. So let's start by putting your name, you know where that goes, huh? Up here. Go ahead and write your first and last name. So Sophia Sanchez, Lizbeth Gonzalez, you're going to put your name right there. And then today's date is May 4th, 2023. Did you know that today's Star Wars Day? May the 4th be with you. That's what they all say. May the 4th, you get it? I know, kind of goofy. Don't worry about it if you don't understand that. It's okay. Okay, and then you're going to skip a line, go down 2 lines about right here, and you're just going to draw a space for a title, because we're going to wait to put a title until we're all done. But we need to make sure we leave a space for it. So just in the middle of your paper somewhere, 2 lines down, go ahead and draw a line like that. Now, what we're going to do is look at our story sequence chart right here. Good, Lizbeth, I see that. It looks really good. And then we're going to look at Roman numeral 1. Remember, in the story sequence chart, we start with the characters and the setting because that's how you tell a story. You always have to tell who's in the story and where they are in order to be able to tell a good story. So the character in this story is King Midas. Remember the story about King Midas? We read that last week, huh? So we have the words King, Midas, and greedy. So I'll start with Lizbeth. Can you tell me a whole sentence using these words, King, Midas, and greedy?
King Midas was very greedy.
King Midas was very greedy. That's a good one. So we can start with that sentence. Go ahead and skip a line. And then you're also going to indent. Remember, that means go in a little bit, right? So you're going to leave a little space in the beginning. So it's going to go like this. About right there. And you're going to put King Midas was very greedy. Okay. Now, remember when we're writing on lined paper, we usually stop right about where that red line or pink line is. If you go past it a little bit, that's okay. It's not that bad, but you don't want to write like all the way to the edge of the paper. It's too hard to read when it gets that far out there. So I ended up right at that line, but you might not be that far. I don't know where you are in your paper, but once you get over there, you're going to skip a line. And if it helps you, let's put some X's on there to help you remember to skip lines. Remember how we did that? We did that before, like skip a line and put a little X, just a tiny one, not a big one. Like this, skip lines and put X's, little ones. They don't need to be big. They need to just be little tiny X's here. That way it helps us remember to skip every other line. So this means whenever you see an X, you're not going to write on that line. Okay, so that means don't write on that line. Okay. This just helps you get into the habit of skipping lines. And the reason why we skip is so that we have room to fix things or add things or change things if we need to. Otherwise, if we make a mistake and it's all together really tight, it's just a big mess. So I know both of you are using pencils, and that's okay with me, but sometimes we use pens and then you really can't do anything if you mess up, right? If you don't have space. So you want to make sure you leave space. You got your X's down there, Sophia? Okay. Now we're on to, this is for Sophia. We're going to go on to this one, regular number 1. We have wealthy. Do you remember what wealthy means? Okay. Another word for wealthy is rich. I bet you know what rich means. If you have lots of money, fancy cars, fancy clothes, a big house, you have lots of jewelry. And of course, King Midas has a lot of gold and jewelry. So your words are wealthy, gold, jewelry. Okay, Sophia, so using those 3 words, can you come up with a sentence? You make a sentence out of those 3 words? Wealthy, gold, jewelry. If you need help, I can help you.
He had golden jewelry. He was so wealthy.
Good. He had golden jewelry and he was so wealthy. Is that how you want to say it? Okay. Do you like that sentence, Lizbeth? You can copy that sentence, Lizbeth, or if you want to put it in your own words, you can, okay? I'm going to write down what Sophia said. He had golden jewelry. So I'm going to skip a line. Don't write where the X is, okay? He had golden jewelry and he was so wealthy. Okay, see how I skipped lines? Make sure you skip lines. Don't write on the ones that have the X's there. You know what jewelry is, right? Okay, necklaces.
Like bracelets and necklaces, like stuff to wear that's fancy and pretty.
Yeah, stuff to wear that's fancy. A lot of times it's gold, or I like to wear silver. I wear like the silver colors usually. I saw that, Lizbeth. You can use rich. Okay, so the next sentence is for Lizbeth. Back to you. And you have on your outline, unhappy, wanted gold. And I think he wanted more gold, huh? So tell us a sentence using those words.
But he was still unhappy and wanted more gold.
But he was still unhappy and wanted more gold. Good. Well, before we write that though, starting with the word but is not a great way to start a sentence. How about we just say he was still unhappy and wanted more gold? Okay, we'll just start with he. Okay.
He's like unhappy with what he has. He just wants more and more.
That's what greedy means, huh?
He's really needy.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay. The next sentence is for Sophia. Good. Uh-oh, Sophia, you forgot to skip lines though. That's okay. So what I want you to do from okay, Elizabeth, I see that. So make sure from now on you skip lines. It's okay, Sophia. You don't have to change it. But see how we have spaces between? Try to remember to skip, okay, Sophia? It's okay. Don't feel bad. It's okay. You're still practicing that. Okay. So Sophia, yours is going to be this one. Strange visitor, one wish. How can we make that into a sentence? Are you thinking? This is for you, Sophia. Okay. Okay. Strange visitor, one wish. You want Lizbeth to help you with that? No? Okay. She's thinking. Sophia, do you have a sentence?
Almost.
Okay, well, we got to keep going. We can have Lizbeth help you.
I got one.
Okay.
How about a strange visitor came in and wanted to grant him one wish?
And granted him one wish? Okay. How about we use the word then? Then a strange visitor came in and granted him one wish. How about that? That's a good sentence, Sophia. Don't forget to skip lines this time. Okay, skip lines. Wherever you see the X, don't write on that line. Yay, good, Lisbeth. I see that. Good job. Got it, Sophia? Or are you still writing it? Okay. Okay. The next thing, go ahead and keep writing, Sophia. I'll leave it there so you can finish writing it. On our checklist, remember that is what we use to make sure we have all the words we need in our stories, right? And look under dress ups right here. I know Sophia's still writing it down, but under dress ups, we have 2 words that we need to make sure to put in our paragraph. So we need to have an ly adverb and we need to have a who, which clause. Okay, so before we do that though, I want to make a big list of ly adverbs that you can use. And that way it'll be easy to come up with some for your story. Are you still writing this down, Sophia? Okay, I'll wait for a minute.
Done.
Okay, so I want you to get out another piece of paper. We're doing a lot of writing today, so one more piece of paper. A new piece of paper. You're going to keep the paragraph close to you because we're going to work on that a little bit more, but I want to help you come up with a list of ly words. So go ahead and put your name here again, and then the date. And then we're going to call this King Midas, and we're going to put ly adverbs. And we know a little bit about those from our grammar book because we look for those when we mark our sentences. We look for an ly adverb, and today it was immediately. That was our word that we marked in our grammar book today. So we're going to make a list, like I said, that you can use to come up with some good ly adverbs. So I want you to think about the beginning of the story and how he was greedy and how he wanted more gold. Is there an ly word that you could use to say he somethingly wanted more gold? He somethingly wanted more gold. You have one, Sophia?
He really wanted more gold.
Oh, good one. Although I have to tell you, really is one of those imposter words. Let me double check though. That might be a good word. Let me double check, but it does have an ly. You're right about that. Let me just double check here and make sure that's a good one. You know what? It is an adverb. So yes, let's put really. You're right, Sophia. I was wrong. Let's put really. That's a good one. How about surprisingly? Like, I was surprised to hear he wanted more gold because he already had a bunch of gold, right? So we can use that one. Surprisingly. That's a big word. I'll put it right here. He surprisingly wanted more gold. Do you know what that word is if he wants gold, if he wants it all the time? Do you know that ly word if he wants it all the time? Like constantly, have you heard that word before? Constantly or continually. Let's see, these are. How about, I'm trying to think of a word that you would understand. How about strangely? He's strangely.
I got one.
Okay, what's another one?
What about meanly?
Okay, meanly. I spelled this wrong. There's an E there, E-L-Y. Strangely is S-T-R-A-N-G-E-L-Y. I spelled it wrong. And then what was the word you said, Sophia?
Madly.
Madly, yes.
How do you spell strangely again? I'm like, it's hard to see when you squeeze the word you forgot in.
There. Okay. Madly is a good one. How about, do you think that, how about when the mysterious visitor came in and then he somethingly granted him a wish? Do you have one, Lizbeth? Meanly? Yeah, meanly, but that doesn't really fit with how the stranger granted him a wish. What's an ly word that would describe that, how he granted him a wish? Sophia?
Maybe please lead.
Pleasely, how about kindly? Is that what you were going to say?
Thanks.
Whoa, we said it at the same time. Kindly, that's a good one. Or nicely, that's another good one.
Or, oh yeah, you already said kindly.
Kindly, nicely. How do you think King Midas felt later in the story, remember when his daughter turned to gold? How do you think he felt about that? His daughter somethingly turned to gold. Do you think he was happy about that? No, not when his daughter turned to gold, because remember when she turned to gold, he couldn't give her a hug anymore, right? So I would say sadly, probably, sadly, she sadly turned to gold. And then, oh, another good word you could use in this story is magically, right? Magically would be a good one. Yes, did you have a question?
The bathroom.
Yes, you can. Magically. Let's put that one down. Magically. And then think about the part when he went to the river and he washed his hands and the gold came out of his hands. Remember that part, Lizbeth? How do you think he felt then? The gold somethingly came out of his hands.
Okay, ready.
Okay. Can you think of one, Lizbeth? We added magically right here. How about, have you ever heard of the word miraculously? No, you haven't heard that one? How about excitedly? He was excited about that. Okay, that's a pretty good list. After you write that down, I think we'll stop there. Now, you got that down. Did you write it down, Sophia? You got excitedly too? Magically and excitedly, make sure you get those down there. So these are good ly adverbs that you can use in your story. And now I'm going to show you where you can put that. Okay. Let's look back at your paragraph that you worked on a little bit ago. And I want you to look for a verb, and you know what that is now because you do that in your grammar class, part of the class. And I see the verb wanted. Wanted, that's an action, right? To want something. So what word from our list can we put next to wanted? He was still unhappy and he somethingly wanted more gold. What's one of our words that we could put there? What do you think? He somethingly wanted more gold. Sophia?
He really?
Okay, let's do that. Right here where we put wanted, look for wanted on your paper. And then you're going to put a little carrot is what we call that. I think we've done that before. Yeah, it's not a carrot that you eat, right? But it's but it's a symbol when we edit something. So it's like a little V right here at the top, not down at the bottom, at the top.
Like a carrot stem.
Kind of like a carrot stem. And then in the space between, I want you to write the word really. Now, I hope you have room, Sophia, because I know you forgot to skip lines there. So you might have to scrunch it in a little bit. He was still unhappy and he really wanted more gold. And now you can underline really like that.
There.
Okay. And so the other word on our checklist is either who or which. We have to include that in our story too, in our paragraph. So let's look for a spot for either who or which. How about the last sentence? See where it says, then a strange visitor came in and granted him one wish. What if we said, then a strange visitor who came in granted him one wish? That would work. Who came in? It's telling what he's doing, right? Because the strange visitor is there. And if we add who, it gives a little bit more detail. So put a little caret symbol there and write the word who. And we also need to add a comma after visitor. Okay, and we have to do a couple other things too, because now we don't need and anymore. We can cross out and.
What about someone?
And then you need a comma after in. So it should look like this. Hold on just a second, Sophia. Then a strange visitor, comma, who came in, comma, granted him one wish. That sounds pretty good now. So we're adding who right here after visitor. Okay, and then you put a comma after visitor and a comma after in. The reason we're doing this is because it's giving your paper, your story, more style. That's what you're learning how to do, is give your story more style. And that's going to make it sound better. So that's a good example of that. So now we have King Midas was very greedy. He had gold and jewelry, and he was so wealthy. He was still unhappy, and he really wanted more gold. Then a strange visitor who came in granted him one wish. Great first paragraph. So you're done with that first paragraph. It looks really good. Oh, but I forgot. We need to underline who, because on our checklist, we have, remember, do you guys have your checklist? It's this page 51. Do you have that one? Okay. Right here under dress ups, do you see where it says ly adverb and then it says who, which clause?
I don't got it.
Okay, well, you can look at mine. It says here under dress ups. So these are the words that you have to include now on your paragraphs when you do your writing, okay? And we put an ly adverb right here, the word really, and the word who. And so we can check those things off of our checklist now. So the next step is to start working on the next paragraph. We have to go back to our story sequence chart. So go back to this. So we have 3 papers we're working with right now. Okay, we talked about the characters and the setting. And now we're here in this box right here. Now, usually in a story, there's a problem or a conflict that happens in the story. So have you girls, I can't remember, did you see Kung Fu Panda or no? I don't think Lizbeth did, huh? Did you ever see Kung Fu Panda? Oh, you did? Have you seen it, Sophia? The movie Kung Fu Panda? Oh, you haven't. Have you seen The Little Mermaid? No? What's a movie you've seen before, Sophia?
Mario.
Have you seen anything besides Mario? How about like The Jungle Book?
No.
No. Hmm.
I'm thinking.
Have you seen any like VeggieTales movies or shows? Only Mario, huh?
No, like I forget the movies I watched at the movie.
That's okay. How about, do you like to read books?
Sometimes
What is a book that you've read?
Junie B.
Junie B. Okay. Have you read Junie B, Lizbeth? No. I'm trying to think of something that you both have seen. But anyway, usually in a movie, if you think of one that you've seen before, have you seen like Frozen? The movie Frozen? Lizbeth has not, but Sophia has. How about Tangled? Have you seen Tangled?
Like the human life one?
Oh, what about Finding Nemo? Have you seen that one?
I also watched
Yay! You both have seen Finding Nemo. Okay, we'll use that example. Okay, so Finding Nemo. And remember, in the beginning, they talk about the characters like Nemo and his dad, and then we learn about their other friends, the characters. Dory. Exactly. In the middle of Finding Nemo, though, there's a problem, right? What happens to Nemo? What happened to him? Go ahead, Sophia.
Got taken away from divers.
He got lost, right? And he got picked up by the divers.
He disobeyed his father.
Yes, he did. And so what I want you to write here inside this box is the word over on the edge here. I want you to put problem. Let's just put problem. We'll just leave it problem. Sometimes it's called conflict, but we won't worry about that. Just put problem. So a lot of times in a movie or a story or a book, the character has a problem. And when we're talking about Finding Nemo, the problem is he got lost, right? That's why it's called Finding Nemo, because they're trying to find him. And when we talk about the problem, we answer a couple of questions. We answer what? What is the problem? What does the character need? What does the character want? What does the character think? What does the character do? All of those kinds of questions you answer in the middle of your story. So think about King Midas. What was King Midas's problem? What problem did he have? Sophia, what was his problem?
He wanted more gold.
He wanted more gold, that's right. And then he had a couple of problems, really. He wanted more gold, but then later, what was his problem?
Her daughter turned into gold.
Yeah, his daughter turned into gold. And then that was a problem because he couldn't talk to her anymore and she couldn't hug him back or anything. And that was definitely a problem. That's right.
She couldn't eat or sleep.
Exactly. His bed turned to gold. Everything turned to gold. Okay.
Oh, I think I know why that happened.
Why?
He wanted more gold because this strange person came and he wanted more gold, and then all of a sudden everything turned into gold.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. That was definitely a problem. And he wanted more gold, but I think he changed his mind after that, huh?
He's like, hey, get back with my money.
I saw your note just now, Lizbeth, that you wanted to wash your hands. We're almost done. Maybe you can wait till we're done with class, okay? All right, so we're gonna stop here and we'll work on this more next week, okay? So, do you wanna show us your chick, Sophia? Okay.
Okay, gotta clear the table from the
Clear
baby.
the table, okay.
Okay, I'm done with the baby.
Do you want to share anything today, Elizabeth? No? Okay. can hear her getting it. I bet it has more big feathers. You know how when they're really tiny, they're just fuzzy. And then as they get bigger, their feathers turn more like real feathers. Yeah, so they get bigger and their feathers change. Was that your brother? That's funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow.
Shuggy again.
So big. Okay, who's this again?
Shuggy.
Shuggy with the cute eyes. She's like, she's so cute. Hi, Shuggy. You're getting so big. Look how tall she is. Wow. How old are they now?
I don't know.
But they're still inside your house, huh?
Yeah, they're still in my head, baby.
Aw, she's so cute. Did you want to ask something, Elizabeth? No? Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna bring one more chicken.
Okay.
You better stay.
Oh, you're gonna leave her there?
I won't leave her here for long. You better not go.
But what about your cat, though? We don't want the cat to come in.
Oh, he has his cone and he can't really climb up here. I'll leave my chair closed. You can't get in with his cone.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Shuggy. Hi, Shuggy. Hello. I can see her head. She's walking around. Uh-oh, I don't see her anymore. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's so cute.
She left.
I know she left her.
She's like, I'm leaving now. Bye.
She wants to learn how to do writing, huh?
I guess.
Yeah.
Look for a pencil here.
Is this Honey Bun? Aw, which one is that one?
This one. Oh, wait. Okay, so this one right here is Mabel.
Mabel, so cute. I don't think we've met Mabel. We met Honey Bun last time.
Honey Bun. Yeah,
Honey Bun and Shuggy. I remember those two.
Her little hair's getting more
Uh-huh.
bigger, poofy, and it's starting to color.
It is. Yeah, they're gonna turn so pretty. That's so cool. Aw, yay. How fun. I'm excited for you.
Don't do computer work. Hey, no, get off the computer.
Yeah, you don't want her pooping on the computer. You'll get in trouble for that, probably.
Oh, she's just a baby.
She's so cute. Hi, Mabel. Hi.
Oh, no, you clicked off a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta go. So we'll see you guys next week, okay? Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Shuggy. Bye, Mabel. See you next time. Bye. Oh, they're so cute.